I think it's safe to say that we've all seen that one Pokemon and just kind of assumed its typing. Whether it's based off of the color scheme, the theme, or just the general appearance of a Pokemon, we've all probably made this mistake. Unfortunately for us, Pokemon could be missing out on a lot of opportunities here. There are so many Pokemon that I think are mistyped, but that's a topic for another video. Maybe next week. Anyway, after some extensive research, I have some misconceptions about a lot of Pokemon and their typings. Honestly, I'm just glad I'm not the only one who thought these things, so let's take an enlightening journey together and who knows, maybe I can clear up a few misconceptions that you have now. So throughout this list, let's play a little game. I want you to keep track of the misconceptions on this list that you recognize and maybe even had yourself. Let me know how many you recognize down in the comments below, and with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so before we officially kick off this list, I feel like I have to mention that this is in no particular order, and it's really just the order that I found all these Pokemon in, so I guess let's actually get started now.
Rolling, I can never get enough. I've been up too long and I way too drunk, but we straight up in it and we feeling.
So the first Pokemon on this list are PSYDUCK and GOLDUCK. I think everyone can agree that they thought these Pokemon were going to be water and psychic types. I mean, all signs point to it being one. PSYDUCK literally is a combination of psychic duck. Seriously? Even its dex entries point to it having psychic powers. Even though it says it can't remember using them, it has them. As for GOLDUCK, I mean, maybe it's just that it has a gem in its head that resembles other psychic Pokemon, but also you'd think its pre-evolution, the psychic duck, would be able to unlock its powers in its evolution and, well, but nope. They're both just pure water. Alright, so this is one that has really bugged me a lot. So scorpions equal bugs, more or less, and what do scorpions have in common? Poison stingers. So naturally this would be a bug poison type, right? Oh, it's not? Well, then maybe it's a bug flying, right? No? Maybe a poison flying? No? It's a ground flying. I mean, I get it, but I don't agree with it. Lugia, the guardian of the seas. It has to be a flying water type to mirror its counterpart Ho-Oh, right? Well, that's not the case at all. Lugia is a psychic flying type. While this makes sense, I still think flying water would be a better set of typings because it's the guardian of the sea and the counterpart to Ho-Oh, the fire flying bird. AZURILL. We all know this little bouncing ball of depression. Back in the days of Yonder, before the introduction of the fairy type, I'm sure a lot of people thought this was a water type. Maybe it was the baby blue coloring of the body, or the fact that it evolved into Marill, a water type Pokemon. One can never be too certain with these types. So Drapion is one Pokemon I always got mixed up while playing through Diamond and Pearl. I always thought this Pokemon was a bug type, mostly because, like GLISCOR, it's based off of a scorpion. Also, its pre-evolution Scorpie is a bug type, so that contributed a lot, but anyway, Drapion is actually a poison dark type Pokemon, so rip bug type, you will be forever missed. GROUDON is one Pokemon that always confused me. When you first encounter it, it's chilling in a pool of lava, and it's red. So, of course I thought it was a fire type, but it's not. Go figure. It does, however, gain the fire typing when it primal reverses? Primal reversions? When it goes primal. So this is a rather interesting Pokemon that I misjudged, and maybe one that you did too. When I first saw this Pokemon, it struck me as a ground and flying type. Granted, its wings don't look strong enough to enable it to fly, but Doduo doesn't even have wings and it's a flying type, so I think I'm justified here. As for the ground typing, it kinda looks like a ground type. Plus, it's found in a rock cave, so I think those are fair assumptions to make. Another type I always thought it was the bug type, but, you know, it's not. It's a pure normal. So, GOLDUCK is another one that I've always found kind of funny. I always thought this one was a dark type because of its coloring, and also it has goth in the name. Maybe a little silly as far as reasoning goes, but hey, it always made sense to me, and maybe it made sense to you too. I don't know. I don't know you. I don't know your story. I don't know why I'm still talking. I'm gonna stop now. Snorunt and GLALIE are just another example of Pokemon I always thought to be part dark type. I only just recently found out that GLALIE isn't a dark type. Maybe I'm just missing something, but I can't be the only one who thought this, am I? So the only reason I thought SUDOWOODO was a dual rock and grass type was because of those little green balls on his fingertips. Yeah, that's it. Also, bonsai and its head ball branch things, whatever those are. I know it's based off of a bonsai tree, but you know, grass. You know, it could be there. I can see it. Can you? NOCTOWL is another Pokemon that made me think it had a different typing based on the anime alone. Maybe it's when it used Foresight or Hypnosis, it just instilled upon me the idea that it was a Psychic type. But I always used to think it was a Psychic Flying type. I was a little disappointed when I found out it wasn't, but still, it's one of my favorite Pokemon, and I love it regardless. So, our not-so-friendly fish pals Basculin here always struck me as a dark or a rock type. Dark because of that black stripe going down the middle of them, and its really mean appearance. Basculin just looks like an angry fish, like you just stole his breakfast and he's really upset and angry with you. And I always thought the blue stripe Basculin was a rock type because of its rock head ability. Yeah, that's basically it. Another example of a Pokemon I always thought was part dark is LUXRAY. I really don't know why I assumed so many Pokemon had the dark typing, but I did, and I don't think I'm alone on this one specifically. The Shinx line just always looked dark and menacing to me, but it turns out they're just pure electric. Ah yes, Butterfree, the beautiful little butterfly Pokemon. I'm not exactly sure why, but I always thought it was a Psychic type. Maybe because there's this one scene in the anime where its eyes were glowing, and before you say anything, yes, I did assume glowing eyes meant Psychic typing in the anime. Also, the other and more probable reason was the fact that it learned Confusion at such a low level, but it is a bug and flying type, which still suits it well in my opinion, so I can't be too mad about that one. So the last Pokemon on this list, the one you've all been waiting for. Not really, because this is in no particular order like I said at the beginning of the video. STANTLER. The last Pokemon is STANTLER. I saw this Pokemon in an anime episode, and it was using some sort of move where its horns and the little orb thing inside just started glowing, but it made me think it was a Psychic type. But like all other Pokemon on this list, it's not. It's a pure normal type. Well, not all other Pokemon on this list are, not all types on this list are pure normal. Pure normal. But not all types on this list are pure normal types. So, you know, not really like every... To the outro! Alright, so I hope you guys did enjoy hearing me count down some Pokemon type misconceptions. I'm sure out of all 721 Pokemon, I did miss a few that you may be mistyped. If that's the case, then feel free to leave me a comment down in the comment section below, and let me know if you had any of the same ideas on this list that I did. You know, maybe we share a bond. Maybe we're like so mentally connected that we knew these types. We mistyped these types together. If you guys enjoyed this video, a like would be greatly appreciated. Maybe share this video with a friend. Maybe you guys have some mistyped Pokemon that you were like, hey, you know. Or maybe you were like me and told your friend, yeah, you know, I thought GLALIE was an ice dark, and they were like, are you stupid? GLALIE is just a pure ice, you know nothing about Pokemon, kill yourself. And subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I make Pokemon content all the time, so if you like this, you might like my other stuff. I don't know, that's up to you. I'll let you decide. To see more countdown videos, make sure to check out the playlist link in the description, or by clicking on the iCard in the top right. That's gonna do it for today though, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, I'm out. Have a great day. Peace.